In 1964, on his way to Oslo to collect his Nobel Peace Prize, Martin Luther King preached here in St. Paul's Cathedral, a sermon passionate in the defence of civil liberties. Martin Luther King was a prophetic voice of the 20th century, if ever there was one. I'm standing here right now on the site of Paul's Cross, which from the 13th century onwards was a preaching cross, an open-air pulpit in which again people spoke passionately about the defence of civil liberties, while the world carried on around them, just as it does to this day. On the third Sunday of Advent, the Church considers particularly the role of John the Baptist, called the forerunner of the coming Messiah, Jesus Christ. John the Baptist, whose prophetic voice would prepare people for that coming Messiah. When John's father Zechariah heard that his son was to be that prophetic voice, he spoke the famous words of the Benedictus. "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who has come to his people and set them free, free to worship him without fear, to shine on those who dwell in darkness and the shadow of death, and to guide our feet into the way of peace." The prophetic voice is sometimes used by the Church and by other religious faiths to subdue people or to put people in their place, whereas in fact the prophetic voice should set people free to be the people that God intends them to be. The preaching here at St. Paul's Cathedral today is about liberating people to be the people God intends them to be. Catherine of Siena said, "Be who God intends you to be, and you will set the world on fire." That's a good way of witnessing to the world the love of God and to set people free to worship God without fear.